See, the problem is in our society, we want to make changes, we want to go Putrajaya. The issue is, do we make changes to the system itself? We are not changing the mode of a capitalist system. The mode of the capitalist system is exploitation for profit. And everything revolves on it, abuses of power, you name it, control, everything revolves around it. But if you don't change that mode, you don't dent it into a different shape, it's going to goes back to square one. You see? That is the danger. So I, as a socialist, any government that takes over Pakatan Rakyat, I hope it's not cosmetic. You know, being very liberal and then sloganizing. Because when you start sloganizing, you know something is very wrong. And then the iron fist, detention and the whole war violence and all that. So this is where my hope is that any new government takes over, do evaluate the system, the GST, the FTA or the TPPA, you know, the taxes, the leakages, the corruption, all that. So as a socialist, there's two things we see. Exploitation of workplace, causing them to be poor and causing them to be alienated to society, and social problem. If you want to resolve, look at the sufferings of the workers and resolve social problem. Because the undang-undang, the law that we have, are legitimizing exploitation. Basically, all the recent laws are favoring the capitalists, not the workers. So you see that there is a what's called a persekongkolan, a conspiracy to work against the poor. In this capitalist system, you need the poor for profit. If there's no poor people, it's a socialist country. So you want to maintain poverty by breaking them into race, religion, gender, you name it, so that they are not united. So that when you squeeze them, they don't have people to defend them. Union also get, we hope for union, but a lot of unions become yellow. They betray the struggle of the workers. Because we think the workers are the backbone of the national economy and development. Tonight will be the last discussion we're going to have before the election, and I hope something fruitful will come out of it. I hope it is a one-to-one, but we do not like to be bullied. That's the thing. We have gone through the meal, whether it's detention, IAC, and work by the police. So when bullying comes, there's a reaction, you know. And we want to react spontaneously, but they're all friends. So this is where our barrier is, our uncomfortableness. You know, we're so uncomfortable because we are our friends. But only during this juncture, things just go haywire. You know, maybe there's a cultural politics which we are not comfortable with.
In 2008, PSM went to contest under PKR.
Yeah.
And today, you want to contest with incumbent. Can you tell us what's the difference then and now?
Because before that, we were not registered. So the election came in March. We were not registered. So we had to borrow their logo in areas that they don't want to go into. Okay? In June, July 2008, we got registered. We did announce that we want to contest under our logo because election is so far away, so nobody's making sure of it. Okay? So now we have a logo. I mean, my difficulty is that I'm the chairman of the party. We are the registered party. We fought to get registered for more than 10 years. Now you want us to use your logo. Fine. Give me the rationale. Why the rationale? So far we have not, the rationale not good enough. Not logical enough. Not good enough for us to make that drastic move. Unless tonight we have new information that would give us some leeway. So that's how we would see it. But don't push us against the wall. There's the thing, because we have a lot of experience fighting back. Only that we don't want to do that because they are our friends. Well, basically, we are still in a limbo, especially for Kota Damansara. Last night, we didn't announce the candidacy for Kota Damansara, stating that there will be more discussion with PSM. But in Semenyih, they have announced their candidate. This is basically against the discussion we had just a few days ago with Anwar, where he said that Semenyih and Kota Damansara he will withhold for further discussion. But that did not happen for Semenyih, but for Kota Damansara. There will be more difficulty simply because the possibility of trikona is high, and it's not clear inside. And if one side having trikona, the other will just follow suit. My sheer concern is why is this happening? We have been friends all the way and working together, and then suddenly when election comes, everything just topsy-turvy. Personally, it's like sacrificing friendship, principles, religion, ethics. Maybe this is what you call the culture of politics, which I'm not used to. I value friendship. That's why when we think of trikona, it's like fighting a friend. All these over 30 years have been fighting authorities who exploit people or demolish houses. When they go on with us, we go headstrong. We will be detained, we will be knocked out or whatever it is. But when friends do it to us, we have problems trying to handle because we do value the friendship, but somehow there's no there's no feedback or no reciprocation. And we do not do that. It is sad for us. But then maybe that's politics. Only that we are naive about that.
How long do you think you have to wait before they can confirm that Kota Damansara should be scheduled to be sent?
Okay, they're supposed to announce today. We're having our meeting tonight. So if they announce before our meeting, then we have a better clear decision. If not, then whatever we discuss tonight, we will inform the parents about what the outcome. So basically, whether they want to jump the gun first or not. And we are very restless on this trikona. Somehow it is not benefiting the people, benefiting the party. But by doing this, it's like for me, I'm the incumbent. We put somebody inside, they are the spoilers. I'm not the spoilers. Why do you have to do this? We are not enemies.
Doctor, for 5 years you've been here at Kota Damansara. Can you tell us the progress? I've come across that many residents have said good things about what you have done.
See, basically, as a socialist, we are colorblind in terms of politics, in terms of race, all these years. So, and when we have a community, even we know they are of different political background, but if that project is good for the community and we survey it and it's true, we help. So we want, I used to tell them, okay, when election comes, choose whoever you want. In the meantime, what do we do together? Don't sacrifice our children and grandchildren because we are no here. That would be equivalent to a sin, big sin. So, and we do not go on sitting on individually, no character assassination. One, because we do not know how to do that. On policies, on activities, that's where we go on loggerhead, but not on individuals' background or what you call fitnah. Fitnah in the Quran says fitnah is worse than murder. Fitnah lebih kejam dari pembunuhan. And it's already in the religious book. But people fitnah, people just arouse unnecessary suspicion, etc.
I think Kota Damansara we'll just go back to PSM again. I'm very sure they all will be able to win. And let's look at it forward very objectively. What then, 5 years to come? What do you envisage? How would you see Kota Damansara to be further developed?
If we are to continue, I think the next level that we can do will go strong on empowerment. For the first 5 years, a little more infrastructure, little flooding, all this, tar road, you know, and Dewan and futsal and all that. And we want to bring them to another level of empowerment, where we want them to know that they have the power to make changes. And then we need to provide them with information. We need to sit together, analyze situation, look at the micro and the macro level, bring them from the community level up to the higher level of politics. I mean, basically, for us, we want them to be politicized. They don't have to join a political party. So the same is union. We want them to be politicized. You don't have to align to the political party because everything happens up there in terms of parliament. So you have to know, you are the receiving end of what policy is. So you have to shape the policies before you get whatever you want. This is why we have to go into politics also. Basically, we have to win their hearts before we can win their minds. Presently, even UMNO people are friendly to us because we don't go head on collision with, and we know who they are, and they need the service. We give them the service. So as far as I can see, I don't have problem. Yes, for the people, yeah, they have different education level, but the way to win them over is through what we call the step needs. What is the immediate problem? They need that they want. Then in there you can talk about whatever it is. Not straight away talk about politics. We don't ever discuss ideology to anybody. Even before this, when we struggle for the squatters, for the plantation, we struggle through face the onslaught of the state apparatus. And once they are successful, we say this is what socialism is all about. Where you see all the capitalists ganging up with the politicians and the communists and the gangsters and the politics and the court cheating on the people. So the people have to sit down to identify who is their principal enemy, who are the secondary enemy, rather than everybody is the enemy. Just like what we are having a problem now. Our principal enemy in election is UMNO Barisan Nasional. Not the others are petty. But some of these things you think bigger than it should. So we have not understood what are the principal and what are secondary enemy. So for the people, there are different ways to reach them, not some intellectual books. It's to talk about their experience. It's to talk about what they have done to overcome or did not overcome. And crisscross with some form of analysis where they could understand rather than giving them books to read and pamphlet and have discussion, intellectual discussion. So we go back through the experience. And that's what we were successful through all these many years because we go through the experience and identify problems within that framework. What we do is to rearrange the cross puzzle, the puzzle. They're all over. So when you fix it, then it's clear. The picture is very clear. It's not piecemeal. That's how we will do.
Doctor, let's come back to the ban with the fist punching the air. There will comments saying that this is not appropriate because it may frighten certain people. Because of the fist punching the air, it shows some kind of aggression. Any comments on that?
Well, if you take UMNO punya logo with a keris, then it works. Keris oleh lambang pembunuhan, lambang itu. Fist is people's power, people's mind, everything revolves around people, and it's being used all over the world. Recently, the various activity program all use this fist just to show its people's power. If they don't say it's violent, presently we are not violent. They are violent against us. For the time being, they are there, and we are just getting the brunt of the violence and making police reports and police not reacting. That's what we have been doing so far.
What is that hypothesis? And let's say PSM is forced into the three-corner fight.
Okay, the chances is there for three-corner fight, but tonight the decision will be, we call upon all our membership all over the country to sit down and thrash it out. It will be very sad if we have to go three-corner, but we are not the one who's causing it. There was no give and take. Some people even call it bullying because we are small. Whatever innuendo that they have on socialism is what's called boogie kind of a system where our people would detain the EO6 They were detained with all kinds against the Agong lah, communism, all doesn't work. So if that doesn't work, why are you clamoring for the old bogies? Because it's trying to justify why we had to use your logo. That's all. If all these many years I'm here, I have not heard. I mean, one or two people will say that, but it's not the mood. Because we do good work. We respect them, we talk to them, and we do not introduce something that is anti-religion or whatever it is. The problem with them, they have not understood. The whole concept of socialism is only in the Quran. There's one word, it says, God bless those who have been exploited and want to make them leaders to inherit the world. You're talking about exploited people. I mean, I think most religious books tend to favor the poor, the exploited. And if I do not know it came from the Quran, I thought the socialists made that statement. Exploited, leadership, inherit the world. They want the people to control. Not some rich bunch of guys, whole small group of guys, So within, in fact, the concept of dialectic is also in the Quran. I've written an article about it, class struggle in Islam, and to show the character of God is also like that. How do you balance the opposites? And this concept is universal. In the old time, it's the yin-yang concept, the Tao. Everything is one. You cannot differentiate. It becomes yin and yang. Your job is to balance the yin-yang to become Tao. In Islam, it's Ahda. It becomes Jamal, Jalal. Jamal is soft, Jalal is craft. Unite them to become one, perfect, or Tawhid. For the socialist is thesis, antithesis, synthesis. So the idea of socialism doesn't come from Karl Marx. It is inherited from the old Confucius period. People, look. In the Quran says, look upon the horizon and look upon yourself, you know the truth. The word truth is also another name of God. If you don't use the word God, truth is good enough for you to move on to the next level. So what is the problem? So a lot of these guys talking about socialism is anti-agama, simply because Karl Marx made this statement that the exploit people they said that is the side of oppressed, and it's called the opium of the people. So you allow them to be exploited. When this exploitation is man-made. So it is opium of the people. So people take it as anti-God. But it's the side of the oppressed. The heart of the heartless world, you say. That's the only thing that is ruling you. But people didn't see that part, they only see the opium of the people. For us, if you ask me, I say, profit is opium of the capitalist. Because they are stuck with it. It's like it's a drug thing. They can't sleep at night thinking how to make more profit or worrying somebody will take their profit away. So they are trapped, and so they get all kinds of health problems and all that because they are trapped in it. But it's like a drug.
Let's put aside the logo issue. What do you think the win will be this time around? 1-1.
The chances is very good. I mean, my style is that I do work. So when election comes, I don't have to burn candles both ends, because all these years we make sure the education is well spent. We have records of it, and we do not differentiate people. And we have education for various problems, etc. And we've been doing that consistently. It's not just before election. So I don't have to go and burn my head off, every weekend I have 10, 12 programs. I don't. I just want 2 programs because I've been doing the work. And also, we are not very election oriented. We went to elections simply because issue that we brought up to the politician before was not carried through. Or people say go into election. Okay? We now we still serve the people. It's not something that we are so election oriented. But then there is opportunity to be closer to people. If we lose, we may lose that part. But then because of our spirit of struggle, we will have more people coming through. Just an example, for all reasons, just see if we did not make it. For all there may be a third force. They would want us to be with them. I do not know. So the options are open. We like to work with the opposition government, but my time, when the first day of day one, I told the entire day one, if you're with the people, we are your real loyal against the people. If you're against the people, we are your greatest enemy and your greatest nightmare. Simple. Draw the line. We can be friends, but don't betray people. That's how we see it. And principally, that's how we would. So, so we value principle, we value friendship. So when it goes haywire, we still want that friendship, but it is very one-sided. And that is the sad part in this whole concept. But then because we are not looking for short-term, it's easy. Take the keadilan logo, I become the next Wakil Rakyat. But that's not the issue. There's more to that. This underlying factor that makes it more palatable, more that, more we need to move on to the next level.
With this many kind of things, what you call brewing, what about the people in Pakatan Rakyat? How do they feel? Do they feel that it is unfair, or you feel that it's okay, or whatever it is?
It's a mixed feeling. You see? We were some, even unknown people, we say I'm contesting, they say syukur alhamdulillah. We also have people from Pakatan Rakyat helping us. But they're also in a dilemma. If there's a three-corner fight, they'll be instructed to follow their party line. Okay? Some will break the party line because they know who we are, meaning that we get some sympathy votes. Yeah? And I don't blame them for that, because there's a tendency for that. The more conscious ones will break, will do not toe the line, because you do not know who votes for who. But that would disrupt people. Disrupt. Our concern is that because they're concerned about the socialism, that they took these different lines, it also reflects on us that we didn't do a good job in discussing the idea of what socialism is all about. So difficult, so even to get people to join us, because everybody is aligned to political parties. If we go very aggressive, then we'll be accused of stealing their people, which we don't want, because we are friends. So this balancing act, we lose out. Rather go to virgin areas, basically virgin areas where people are not aligned to political, but not strongly aligned, then we can develop them. But then there's not much area. For us also, when we were traveling for plantation and for squatters, we fight for them. When they win, we are not there anymore. They have moved out to other housing areas. So our friends are all dispersed. And then when they're dispersed, they're not only then they go on political line. But then they are our friends. We know they will recommend people to come and talk to us about issues of the community. We take it, meaning we have friends. But we did not develop like a big socialist kind of, because in our mind, the first thing is to empower people. If we can get that empowered, the next thing is just socialism, because they will decide the kind of leader they want. They want to participate in development. They're going to be critical. The only way to do that is that they must be on their own. So we do not want to create a culture of dependency. Develop the economic activity. Because once they're independent, then they can tell off people without feeling obliged. That's what we want. And we felt that the competence had been repressed all these many years. The smart ones will be repressed because they are a threat to the upper ones. So finally they don't speak. We want them to revitalize.
How many seats of parliament and state seats you will be contested around the nation?
2008 we contested 4. Now we are also contesting 4. We have 3 state seats and 1 parliament. That's all. And it's the same place. We didn't go into new areas. Looking at the logistics of it all, and our condition is that you have to serve in the area for 5 years before you are eligible to contest. So transporting them, parachuting them anywhere else doesn't work. Parachuting is anywhere else, although it is a sure thing, it doesn't work because that's not our principle. It's against the constitution that we have.
Absolutely, Sarah. I think she has been a victim of circumstances.
She is, because 2008, yes, she did damage Karibudi, there's a tsunami. After that, when the lady left, no people worked there, except for Saras. Even before that, and for the next 5 years, it's Saras and fighting, because because this is her area, and people have problem, they would refer to her, so she would be going in. Now, DP wants it, for some ego problem because you did that area before. If you want it, then you serve the people. You don't, but you think it belongs to you. I'll give you another example. Sebenarnya, Kota Damansara, Sungai Siput. Historically, there was no Pakatan, no Keadilan people contesting this. We are the first to contest using their logo. It's not like Pakatan Keadilan and then give it to us. No, because if you look at Sungai Siput, you are fighting family value. Nobody wants to fight family value. Kota Damansara was supposed to be Muqtadalan. Nobody wants to fight Muqtadalan because Kota Damansara for many terms was here. So we got the places where they don't want to tread. And when we win, suddenly everything turns around. Jelapang, yes, there was competition before, there was, but not these 3 areas. So theoretically, how can you say it's yours? We just borrowed your logo.
Where does Saros stand today?
Well, basically, the way DAP is treating us, we may just go for Tripana. That is the sad part. We wanted to have like an NGO body to mediate. And if the NGO body says, Saras will contest, we won't contest. But I don't think it is still good. I think DAP is not wanting to do that. So, DAP has given us a lot of problems, especially in Perak. Maybe I don't want to go beyond that because people know the story. So, only that we wanted to serve the people. And it's one of the ways that, all avenues we want to, if there's allegation, we want to go into election. If there's something else we want to, trying to reach people in different ways. That's what we wanted to do. And we are saying, if you get somebody who's better than us, go ahead, we'll just step down. But don't parachute somebody just because you want to say it for your own political adjustment or your own quota adjustment and make us, what you call a victim, or you squeeze us. This whole concept, sorry to say, is how capitalists do it, When you monopolize, anybody going up to go into that region, you crush them because you want to hold. And this is somewhat analogous to that. Actually very sad, because I do a lot of studying about monopolistic tendencies. And this one, you want to see body to control the rest. If you're open, you should allow the young ones to come out. It enrich. Not, so just like I was saying now, people without critical mind, you want to support them. And so you give some lamentable kind of excuses to justify what you do. But this is where that bothers us. And we're talking about friends, not our enemies. This is where that we have to make some adjustment, understanding why these things happen. Not that we don't understand, we do understand. But we are trapped by the capitalist mentality. This is the problem.
So in other words, Semenjang has become full by Aru. The other 2 state seats and parliamentary seats are now full.
Yeah, but basically, the tendency, if one goes 3 corner, the tendency of the rest will go 3 corner. And that is the sad part. very, very happy after seeing our guys being incarcerated inside, and now they have their freedom. We are very, very happy. We are sad that they shouldn't have been detained at all. Yeah, it's so safe.
Thank you. It's good to be out, and I must thank the people of Malaysia for all the support. If not for the support from the people, from general people, all walks of life, I think we'll still be inside. So thank you all Malaysians for coming together to stand up for justice, to ask for fair pay. It's because of you all that we are all out today. Thank you all, and we should keep on fighting for a better Malaysia.
Today is the best news that I've received, but I'm so sad for what they have had to suffer. I'm very sad because, in a way, they took the suffering on behalf of Bersih. Yeah? So we will be eternally grateful to them for being strong. I really have no words to express how I feel actually today. I'm very, very sorry that they had to go through that. I mean, the law that they use, I mean, thinking that if they don't use the ISA, people would be fools, but it's the same thing. So, everybody knows it's the same thing, it's just a different name. People have been feeling so strongly about CO6 as well. The fact that they kept them for another, 3 weeks after the rally, it built up the, togetherness of the people, you see. And it's good to Rakyat Malaysia and everybody totally across the board. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Standpoint of the lawyers, our legal team has been working very hard, and we tried our best in the circumstances to file the habeas corpus and to gain access, as well as to come out with as much fact as possible which were truthful and to counter the government lies and manipulation of the facts. So we are of course very happy, but it wasn't just the legal team that worked on this case. It was the rakyat, it was the people, it was the daily vigils, it was the nightly prayers. So I'm sure everybody is happy that the 6 are released, but the struggle has only begun. We really need to abolish the emergency ordinance, which is really, really unfair, and we will be seeing what we can do next as to this detention. We released unconditionally, officially as of 5:30 today. Dato' Hadi Ho spoke to me and Yudhishra, the lawyers, and this was official. This was also informed to all the 6 detainees. So there is no conditions and there is no restrictions imposed for their release.
I think the release of the 6 detainees who have been arrested under the emergency ordinance and kept there almost now is the 28th day. I think to me the government has done the least. The best is they shouldn't have been arrested at all to start with, but I think they saved themselves by releasing them today, and I hope they don't harass them any further after this. I think that should be the advice to the government. On the part of the people, I think it's purely the people's struggle that brought about the release of the 6. Even though there may be some press statements here and there by various politicians trying to take advantage over this, but the arrest itself tends to show that the government has got no clue as to what the police is up to, and the police has no clue as to what the government is directing them to do. Either way, these people are merely political detainees, and at this point in time, Malaysia least should be interested in politically detaining anybody for whatsoever matter, because we are building towards a better democracy, and government must have faith in the people in order for this country to develop to become one of the democratic and a good country. It's not only just Bersih. The people who supported Bersih and people who actually kept silent at home watching the whole episode, these 6 people getting detained by virtue of they being, like promoters of Bersih, where they are actually not at all even in the steering committee. I'm one of the steering committee member, I know for sure. But the government has, something like they got them as a scapegoat, and now they are releasing them. I think they made a fool out of themselves.
Today I feel, it's very wonderful seeing all the people, all walks of life with us here today to support our release. And CO has to go up. The Asian law has to go up. One time out here, we were campaigning aggressively. CO and ISA should go. Thank you very much.